Ellen McCauley prayed off in Syracuse, New York. We can forgive ourselves and lose weight. The first thing we need to do is free ourselves from all those feelings that we're not worthy, that we're guilty, that we made a million mistakes in our lives, and stop using the food to cope. And forgiveness will calm our emotion, release the anger from your mind and body, and transform the resentment into acceptance. We need to stop the cycle. I've been on the same cycle so long, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And people say, you know, you've been losing some weight lately. And I'm like, you know why? Because this past time, when I put on some weight at the pandemic, at the end of it, I said, I don't want to do this anymore. Meg said it when she came back from the break. I'm sick of it. I don't want to do it anymore. I just want to get, not over with, but be on a continual journey to be the best that we can be. Also, that without commitment, without persistence, I said to somebody else tonight, they were like, I shouldn't have come, I gained 2 pounds. I said, you would have gained 2 pounds if you were home in your lazy boy. Coming here did not make you gain 2 pounds, but coming here can maybe give you some incentive or some pump up or some insight into why you might have gained those 2 pounds. And then this is a wonderful prayer at the end of this one article that says, I release these feelings, this anger, this resentment, this hatred, this blame, and choose to no longer hang on to this pain. I release this for my highest good, and I forgive myself. I forgive my father. I forgive my husband, my wife, the person who attacked me. I forgive them all. And everyone involved in the situation. And I ask that God allow his healing power of forgiveness to soothe my heart. 10 ways to forgive yourself and let go of the past. It's a process, just like weight loss. It doesn't happen in a second, and if it does, awesome. But you can't give up because it doesn't work the first time. One person came to one meeting and called me on the phone and said, yeah, I tried it, it doesn't work. So don't give up like that person, okay? And the thing is, and this was like a light bulb going over in my head. I gotta read this now. I'm begging you to pay attention to me. The reason most of us feel guilt or shame for actions done in the past is because those actions are not in line with our current morals and values. When I was in my 20s and I was at the Poorhouse West till 2 o'clock in the morning and I was coming in late to work every day, I haven't been late in 30 years. The mere thought of being late sends shivers up my spine. But in my 20s, when I was partying hardy, that's not who I am now. This is why we have trouble with the past, because we're looking at what we did and said, who was that person? That person was what got us to be who we are today, okay? And we can't do a redo. You know, we can't go back in the past. Sometimes I try in my mind, no, if I would go back in the past, I'd do this, I'd do that. I would buy stock in Apple, I would do this. And the thing is, we just have to say, this is my one time for the day. It is what it is. Okay? We did the best we could. And the funny part is, I never liked that line. I said, realize you did the best you could at the time. I always say, but I really didn't do the best I could. But listen, we did the best we could with who we were at the time. Maybe we didn't do the best we could as we are now. That's what we have to make the difference on. And also, we need to take those biggest regrets and give them to Jesus Christ and say, I'm done with it. And if someone else wants to bring it up, remember in 1972 when you did this? You know what? I don't want to talk about that anymore. And if I hurt you in any way by doing that, I'm sorry. But let's let it go, okay? God loves you, love yourself. You are more than your past mistakes, and I promise you, you are so worth it. I am so worth it. I am valuable. I am not the sum some of my mistakes.